Hi everyone, in this video I explain the full code of Community Bulletin website, including the HTML structured, CSS design, and JavaScript function that make the buttons work. Of course, first the HTML part builds the structure of our web page. And then we start with our doc types, HTML of course, and the HTML tag. So inside the head section, we have the meta tags for character encoding and mobile responsiveness, and the title of the web page, which is yung ating community bulletin, and a link to CSS file. As you can see the inside of the body, we can see the main heading H1 and a quote below it. Then we have several buttons. Each buttons show news updates when it click. So each button is connected to JavaScript function that will display the updates. And after the buttons, we have multiple UL or an order list, one for each municipality. So each list is hidden at first using. So when you click a button, the related list will appear. Next, let's look at the CSS part inside the style.css. This file is responsible for colors, fonts, layout, and effects. And as you can see, the body sets the font style to Lucida Sans and adds margin around the page for some spacing. And for our background, the HTML selector sets an image that covers the whole screen and stay fixed while scrolling. And for our headings and paragraphs, the heading is centered and colored dark gray, and as well as the paragraph is also centered, italicized, and bold to give expiring tagline. And for the buttons, we have a pink background, white text, rounded corners, and a hover effect. When you move a mouse over them, they slightly enlarge and show shadows, giving a modern clickable look. And for our main buttons, Bataan updates, we use a special class, main button. It's centered and larger than the others to highlight the main topic. And for the message, this will show important message or updates. This part of style, the bullet list, it's keep aligned to the left and make each list item bold for easier reading.
Hi guys, so in this part we use JavaScript. JavaScript is a code used to control what content appears on the web page when a user clicks a specific button or a bullet. In the first part, we use the function called hideAll. This function hides all the message sections and all the location lists by setting their display style to none. It uses an array called list that contains the IDs of all the location sections such as Bataan list, Bal list, Mar list, and so on. The function loops through them using for each and hides each one. The next section is we use bullet 1 to bullet 7. Each of these functions is connected to a specific location. For example, bullet 1 shows updates for Bataan. And then the bullet 2 shows updates for Balanga City. Bullet 3 shows updates for Mariveles, and so on. Inside each bullet function, it first calls hideAll to make sure everything else is hidden. Then it displays the message area and set a text like update in Bataan. After that, it shows the corresponding list for the location. For example, Bataan list for Bataan. In short, this code allows only one section to appear at a time depending on what the user clicks. And it also helps to keep the page organized and user-friendly.